Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Steve Natto, and today is Saturday, December 19th, the official release date of the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Sand Taupe. It just dropped earlier this morning, and I just got back from the store picking up both this sneaker as well as today's other release, the Jordan 13 Hyper Royal. I'm getting the 13 Hyper Royal video up later today, so be sure to hit that subscribe button to keep it locked to the channel. This video, of course, is on the Sand Taupes, and these things are really interesting right out of the box. It immediately feels like the earth and the clay Yeezys combined together to create somewhat of a new Yeezy in some ways. So we'll start taking a dive into the shoe, take a look at it both up close and on feet, and get you a full look at the sneaker. If you guys have any questions along the way, feel free to leave those in the comments down below. But for right now, let's go and start getting into the Sand Taupe Yeezy 350, starting with the quick facts on the shoe. So getting it started here with the Sand Taupe 350, here is everything you're going to need to know about the shoe. First off, in terms of the fit and the sizing, this does fit just like any other Yeezy 350 V2 you may have had, in that it is a little bit small. I do recommend going up a half size into these Yeezy 350s because the toe box is a little narrow. It does feel a little snug, so going up that half size gives you a much better fit. In terms of the comfort, of course, you can see and you probably know that it has the Boost outsole, which is very, very comfortable. Honestly, 350 V2s are one of the most comfortable shoes out on the market at the moment. And finally, in terms of the pricing, this was a sneaker that came out today. Like I mentioned, it did seem to sell out, but it was one that seemed a little slept on. I'm not sure everyone really went for these, and the prices are below 300 bucks, maybe even a little closer to 275 at the moment, but relatively cheap in the scheme of Yeezy 350 V2s. But as for the shoes themselves, they really do feel like a combination of both the earth and the clay Yeezys. Both of those came out quite some time ago at this point, and it seems like they've brought them back on this model. It really does feel like the earth base in terms of most of the colors on the shoe, with a little sliver of the clay, literally just kind of copy and pasted on the lateral side of either shoe. Right above the stripe that is see-through, you can see my white socks in the sneakers at the moment. So it is an interesting kind of take, but it is a new take, so I really don't mind it, and I think it's definitely something that I want to get your opinion on in the comments down below. But as for the rest of the sneaker, if we take a look at the outsole, it's a bit of a darker brown with, of course, the Boost peeking through all throughout. You can see the Boost all throughout that midsole and outsole, which does keep the shoe very comfortable. As for the box, this is no different than any other 350 V2 again. It does have the classic box. However, on the size tag, we can check that out for the numbers and information as well as the style code and colors. So that information is right there. We can also take a peek inside at the shoe at the size tag inside the sneaker for those numbers and information as well. That information is also listed on the size tag that does come attached to the shoe. Then from there, we can take a look at the medial side on the sneaker, which does combine that prime knit upper and it ties everything together. Finally, rounding it out to the back of the sneaker, we can take a look at the back profile where it combines even some more shades of different colors. I feel like I see the citron colorway in this sneaker a little bit as well. And finally, we can take a look at the three stripes inside the shoe as well. Those are 3M reflective. We can turn on the flash to check that out. But otherwise, the shoe does look pretty clean. The last thing I do want to mention is the laces that come with the sneakers. The ones currently in the shoe are those new laces with that new style where if you do want to take these out, you literally have to cut them off with a pair of scissors. You cannot take them out in any other way. The laces that do come with the shoes as extras are actually a different set of laces which are completely 3M reflective. So definitely a nice touch there to see. And to round this out here, we've given you a look at the Sand Taupe 350 with a bunch of different styling options. 350s are one of the most wearable shoes on the market as well at the moment, so you can style them with a lot of different things. And now that we've taken a look at the Sand Taupe 350 on feet, there's just a few last things I think are worth mentioning about the sneaker. So number one is the actual colorway in hand compared to the pictures. So like I mentioned throughout the video, this does combine the earth and the clay pretty clearly. Those are the two most prominent colorways that I can see on the shoe. A third one, though, that I think is next in line behind those is actually the citron. From far away and in certain lights, I feel like I could see the citron colorway pop out a little bit in some of the materials. So I think it's mainly those three colorways are what this shoe looks most similar to. That usually helps me kind of gauge how the sneaker looks in hand compared to online pictures or even videos. The second thing I want to mention is I can really appreciate the design and something new that they've done for the 350. So while they've sort of gone with this kind of copy and paste idea of taking mostly what looks like the earth and then copying and pasting a little sliver of the clay on the shoe, this is something fairly new for Adidas and Kanye on the 350. So I don't think it came out great. I do think it looks pretty nice, but it's not anything out of this world that, you know, is so crazy. But it is nice to see that they've gone and done something new for the 350 for a silhouette that has been released so many times with so many similar colorways. It is nice to see it something a little bit different. That same thing goes with the third thing I want to mention, which is the laces. We already showed you guys those, but that was surprising to me. That is another new thing that feels pretty cool to see. It's a 3M reflective set of laces that's a little bit different than what you get included, so it adds a little bit of a difference to the shoe if you want to throw those in. And the final thing here is just the pricing when you compare this shoe, the Sand Taupe, to both the Earth and the Clay. This sneaker is going to be a much better and lower price point if you're in the market for any of those colorways. So this is definitely a good one to pick up if you're in the market for any of those or want to buy any of those. This shoe is going for right below $300 at the moment, while both the Earth and the Clay are a little over $400. So if you're looking to grab any one of those or all of them or whatever it might be, this is definitely going to be the most affordable option, which is another good thing to know. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by and checking out the video today. Let me know if you guys have any other thoughts or questions in the comments down below. I do want to give you my final rating and opinion on a scale out of 10 after summing everything up that I've talked about here. And for that rating, I think I'm going to go with an 8 out of 10. That feels right to me. It kind of takes everything that I talked about and balances it out with the actual colorway to the new kind of things we've seen with the shoe. So I'm going an 8 out of 10. But thank you guys one final time. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to keep it locked to the channel. And I'll catch you guys again real soon on the next video.